Imagine this. You're standing in the wreckage of what once felt alive. Conversations that used to spark now fizzle into silence. Her laughter that once echoed now replaced by a cold, distant stare. She's pulling away, her interest slipping like sand through your fingers. And you feel it, that gnawing ache, that quiet panic whispering, "What did I do wrong?" Maybe her texts are shorter, her replies slower, or she's dodging plans with excuses thinner than air. You're tempted to chase, to fix, to claw back what's fading, but stop. Right there. This isn't the end, it's your beginning. Welcome to a Stoic blueprint for turning the tide, for re-attracting her not with desperation, but with unshakable strength, not with pleas, but with power. This is a journey rooted in the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, men who faced chaos with a calm that turned empires into dust. Today, we're wielding that same calm to reclaim your ground when she's losing interest, to flip her detachment into desire, and to get results that don't just bring her back, they make her stay. Picture this: a Roman warrior, armor glinting under a blood-orange sky, his stillness commanding more than 1,000 shouts. That's the energy we're channeling here. We're diving into 7 chapters, 7 Stoic pillars to decode why she's drifting, to stop you from chasing shadows, and to rebuild a presence so magnetic she can't look away. From understanding her fading spark to mastering the only text that works, this isn't about begging for her attention. It's about earning it, owning it, and walking away stronger whether she follows or not. By the end, you'll see her disinterest not as a wound, but as a forge, tempering you into a man she can't ignore. This is for every brother who's felt her pull back, who's ready to ditch the panic and embrace the power within. If you're tired of losing sleep over her silence, tired of wondering how to turn it around, stick with me. Hit that subscribe button right now. Join this tribe of Stoic kings. Like this video, share it with every man who needs to hear this, because this isn't just a lesson, it's a revolution. Let's spread this fire, let's lift each other up. Here we go. Let's start at the root. She lost interest. Here's why. It creeps in slow at first. A missed call she doesn't return. A text that lands with a thud, her eyes glazing over where they once lit up. You feel the shift, that sinking realization that the woman who once leaned into your words is now leaning away. Your mind races. Was it something I said? Did I push too hard? Not enough. Most men drown here, scrambling to pinpoint the moment it all went south, but Stoicism pulls us out of that spiral with a truth as hard as stone. Her interest fading isn't always about you. It's about her perception, her world, her wiring. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Her losing interest? That's her event, her shift, not your verdict. Let's break it down. Picture this: you've been vibing, dates that stretched into the night, talks that flowed like water, a connection you could taste. Then cracks appear. She's busy more. Her replies shrink from paragraphs to words. Her warmth cools to courtesy. Maybe she's pulling back after a fight, or maybe it's quieter. No big blowout, just a slow drift. The old you would panic, "She's gone, I've lost her." And start overanalyzing every move, every text, every glance, letting her distance carve a hole in your chest. That's where most men falter, tying their worth to her whims. But Stoicism flips the lens. Her interest isn't your mirror, it's her filter. Why does this happen? Sometimes it's biology. Women crave novelty, challenge, a spark that keeps them guessing. If you've been too available, too predictable, too safe, her primal wiring dulls the flame. Maybe she sensed neediness, those extra texts, that eager "when can I see you?" And her instincts recoiled. Or maybe it's her. She's distracted, stressed, chasing something else, and you're just collateral. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Your imagination screams, "I'm not enough," but reality says she's drifting for reasons you can't always control. Let's dig deeper. Think of a time she was all in, hanging on your words, lighting up at your presence. What changed? Maybe you stopped challenging her. Conversations turned routine, dates lost their edge. Maybe she's testing, pulling back to see if you'll chase, if you'll prove her worth over yours. Or maybe her life shifted, new job, new guy, new chaos, and you're not the priority anymore. Epictetus taught us, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Her interest? Beyond your will. Your reaction? That's yours. Practically, this means acceptance. She's distant? Don't dissect it, see it. She's cold? Don't fix it, feel it. Her losing interest isn't your failure unless you let it be. Practice this. Next time her vibe dips, pause. Ask, does this define me? It doesn't. Her drift is her story, yours is still unfolding, and it's bigger than her fade. Now let's lock in a Stoic law, never chase, let her come to you. She's lost interest, her texts are ghosts, her plans evaporate, her energy's a memory. Your gut screams, go get her. Show her you care. You're ready to flood her phone, hey, what's up? Miss you. Or corner her with a grand gesture, flowers in hand, heart on sleeve. Stop. That's the trap, the quicksand that sinks most men when she pulls away. Chasing her doesn't rekindle her spark, it douses yours. Stoicism flips this instinct with a truth as old as Rome. Pursuit repels, presence attracts. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Her fading interest feels like a wound. Don't mirror it with desperation. Counter it with dignity. Let's set the scene. You've been tight, nights out, deep talks, a rhythm you both rode. Now she's slipping, short replies, canceled dates, a chill where warmth once lived. The old you would chase, hey, you okay? Let's hang soon. Each message a plea, each silence a gut punch. You'd call, just checking in. Voice tight, hope bleeding. She'd reply late, yeah, been busy, and you double down, no worries, when's good? That's chasing, a frantic dance that screams need, not strength. Most men think it's noble, I'll fight for her. But it's weakness in armor, handing her your power on a platter. Stoicism says no, let her come to you. Why does chasing fail? It's primal. Humans want what's rare, what's elusive. When you're always there, texting twice, calling back, begging for scraps, you're not a prize, you're a safety net. She doesn't wonder, doesn't yearn, doesn't feel the pull of absence. Maybe she's testing, pulling back to see if you'll grovel, if you'll prove you're less. Maybe she's bored, and your chase confirms you're predictable. Or maybe she's gone, and you're flogging a dead horse. Seneca said, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Don't weep for her drift. Stand firm, let her feel your void. Let's dig deeper. Think of a time you chased, texts piling up, plans pushed, her silence growing. What did it get you? A half-hearted sorry, I've been swamped, if that. Chasing lowers you, her interest fades faster when you're too close. Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power. Your power is your stillness. Don't chase, draw. Practically, this is restraint. She doesn't reply. Don't text, archive it, move on. She cancels? Don't reschedule, say, cool, catch you later, and mean it. She's watching? Let her. Don't wave her in. It's not cold, it's calm. Practice this. Next time she pulls away, resist. Count to 10, lift a weight, focus elsewhere. Her coming to you starts when you stop going to her. Stoic strength pulls where chasing pushes. Here's where you turn the game. Master emotional contrast. She's lost interest. Her replies are flat. Her energy's drained. Her sparks dimmed. You feel the pull to match her. Short texts, cold vibes, or worse, to overcompensate with frantic cheer. Both miss the mark. Stoicism hands us a sharper tool, contrast, shifting between warmth and distance, light and shadow, to jolt her back to you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When your thoughts dance, calm yet bold, steady yet alive, she feels it, and her fading interest stumbles. Let's paint the picture. She's been lukewarm, texts like "yeah, cool" instead of her old fire, plans dodged with a shrug. The old you would mirror her, fine whatever, or flood her with need, why so quiet? Talk to me. Either way, you're predictable, flat, forgettable. Now, you contrast. You see her, smile wide, voice warm, good to see you, been crushing it. She softens, leans in. Next time you're cool, nod hey, and keep moving, no linger. She's jarred, why's he hot then cold? That's emotional contrast. You don't chase, you shift, keeping her guessing. Most men stay static, always needy or always aloof, boring her into oblivion. Stoicism says play the edges, warmth to pull, distance to push, a rhythm she can't pin down. Why does this work? It's psychology. Contrast wakes the mind, stirs the soul. She's lost interest because you're steady, too safe, too there. A flash of heat, you look sharp today, caught me off guard, then a step back, gotta run, catch you later, breaks her autopilot. Maybe she's used to clingy guys, your pullback shocks her. Maybe she's bored, your spark reignites her. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt." Her drift isn't your hurt, it's her lull, and contrast shakes it. Let's dig deeper. Think of a time she faded, you went all in, or all out, and she slipped further. Now, mix it. She's cold? Hit her with, heard this song, thought of you, wild night, then vanish. She's quiet? Drop a tease, you're trouble when you're silent, then silence yourself. She's watching? Give her a grin, then turn away. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react." React with contrast. She feels the shift. Practically, this is balance. She doesn't text. Send a warm, "Been a minute, hope you're good," then nothing for days. She's distant. Be sharp, "You've got a vibe today," then cool off. Practice this. Next time she dulls, hit her with light, "You're killing it lately," then shadow, "Go quiet." Emotional contrast reattracts because it's alive. Stoic mastery keeps her hooked. Now let's raise your stakes. Become a scarcity, not an option. She's lost interest. Her replies lag, her attention wanders, her investment wanes. You've been too there. Texts on tap, plans on demand, a fixture she can take or leave. That's the option trap, always available, never prized. Stoicism flips this with a brutal truth. Scarcity breeds value, abundance breeds indifference. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be silent, or let your words be worth more than silence." When she's drifting, your presence, sparse, deliberate, rare, pulls her back harder than any flood of effort. Let's set the scene. She's been fading, texts unanswered, "I'm busy," her anthem, her vibe a shrug. The old you would pile on, "Hey, free tonight? How about tomorrow?" A buffet of your time, cheap and endless. She picks at it, uninterested. Now, you're scarce. You see her, "Hey, good catching you," brief, sharp, then gone. You text, "Been slammed, you holding up?" Then vanish for days. She's used to your constant, now she's starved, wondering, where'd he go? That's scarcity. You're not an option she scrolls past, you're a rarity she seeks. Most men overstay, lingering, texting, waiting, turning gold into gravel. Stoicism says pull back, less of you makes more of her want. Why does this re-attract? It's primal. Humans chase what's fleeting, ignore what's full. She's lost interest because you're a sure thing, always there, no hunt. Cut your supply, got a jet, talk soon, and she's left craving. Maybe she's testing, will he stick around? Your absence flips it. Maybe she's complacent, your scarcity shakes her. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present." Enjoy yours, make her earn it. Let's dig deeper. Think of when she pulled away, you stayed, offered more, and she drifted further. Now, scarce it. She cancels? No sweat, I'm booked anyway. She's quiet? Skip the chase. Live loud, let her hear. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be. Be rare, act it. Practically, this is discipline. She doesn't reply. Don't nudge, go dark, hit the gym, stack wins. She's aloof? Be brief, hey good vibe, then out. Practice this. Next time she fades, have your presence. Short calls, fewer texts, less time. Scarcity reattracts because it's value. Stoic rarity turns options into obsessions. Here's your bedrock. Stoic frame equals power. She's lost interest. Her energy's flat. Her pull's weak. Her gaze drifts elsewhere. You feel the urge to bend. I'll fix this, I'll win her back. But that's where you lose. Stoicism hands you a frame, unshaken, unbroken, yours, and it's your might. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. When she's fading, your frame, your truth, your rules, holds you steady, pulling her back to your orbit. Let's paint it. She's been off, texts dry, plans vague, her vibe a shadow. The old you would shift. What's wrong? How do I fit her mood? Adjusting, pleading, losing your spine. Now you frame. She's cold? I'm good, hope you are. She cancels? Cool, I've got my own grind. You don't waver, your world spins, hers adjusts. She's used to men bending, your frame jars her. Most men crumble, she's pulling away, I'll follow. And fade into her whims. Stoicism says hold, your frame is your power. Why does this work? It's authority. Women orbit strength, not weakness. She's lost interest because your frame slipped, too eager, too soft, too hers. Reclaim it, I'm here, this is me, and she feels the shift. Maybe she's testing, will he break? Your frame says no. Maybe she's bored, your edge wakes her. Seneca said, there is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. Share your frame, she'll want in. Let's dig deeper. Think of when she drifted, you bent, chased, and she slipped more. Now, frame it. She's silent? Been busy crushing it, catch you when I catch you. She's distant? I'm solid, your coal. Epictetus said, it's not what happens, but how you react. React with frame, she's drawn back. Practically, this is steel. She doesn't text? Good, I've got my own fire. She's flaky? No worries, I'm locked in. Practice this. Next time she pulls, hold, I'm me, join or don't. Stoic frame reattracts because its power, unshaken, it pulls her in. Now let's rebuild your throne, rebuild your status, fast. She's lost interest, her replies dwindle, her eyes wander, her investments dust. You've been coasting, same routine, same vibe, no climb, and she's checked out. Stoicism says rise, your status, your worth, isn't static, it's forged. Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Her drift isn't your end, it's your spark to rebuild, to stack value she can't ignore. Let's set it up. She's fading, texts lag, plans flake, her spark's gone. The old you would sulk, she's done, I'm stuck, and stall, letting her silence bury you. Now, you build. You hit the gym, iron bends, sweat drips, your body sharpens. You grind, work spikes, goals stack, wins pile. You glow, friends laugh, life hums, you're alive. She hears it, sees it, feels it, your status rises fast. Most men fade, she's losing interest, I'm lost, and shrink. Stoicism says grow, status reclaims her gaze. Why does this pull? It's primal, status signals strength, and strength draws. She's lost interest because you plateaued, too steady, too small. Rebuild, lift heavier, earn more, live louder, and she's jolted. Maybe she's distracted. Your rise refocuses her. Maybe she's testing. Your climb passes. Seneca said, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long, but how good." Make it good, she'll notice. Let's dig deeper. Think of when she pulled away, you idled, and she drifted. Now stack it: gym gains, career wins, social fire. She's watching? Let her see a titan, not a ghost. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." Give it to status, she'll follow. Practically, this is hustle. She's quiet. Lift, add reps, feel the burn. She's gone. Grind, finish that task, start that hustle. Practice this. Next time she fades, build, run, earn, shine. Status reattracts because it's proof. Stoic rebuilding gets results, fast. Finally, the clincher, the only text that works. She's lost interest. Her replies are crumbs, her silence a wall, her pull a whisper. You're itching to text, "Hey, what's wrong? Miss you." Piling words into the void, hoping she bites. Stop. Stoicism cuts through with one sharp move, a text that reattracts, not begs. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be silent, or let your words be worth more than silence." When she's fading, one text, short, strong, stoic, flips her drift into desire. Let's paint it. She's been off, texts rare, busy her shield, her vibe ice. The old you would flood, "Hey, you okay? Let's talk." Each ping a plea, each silence a defeat. Now you craft, been crushing it, hope you're good. Send. Done. No chase, no grovel, just you, solid, scarce. She's used to your flood, this hits different. Most men overtext. Why so quiet? I need you. And drown. Stoicism says one blade, clean, calm, cutting. Why does this work? It's contrast. Short where she expects long, strong where she expects weak. She's lost interest because you're too much, too there, too soft. One text, caught a wild sunset, thought of you, then silence, stirs her. Maybe she's testing, your brevity passes. Maybe she's bored, your edge wakes her. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Delay your flood, one text, then wait. She feels your frame, your life, your pull. Let's dig deeper. Think of when she faded, you spammed, she sank. Now one shot, been slammed, you alive? And stop. She replies or not, you've won, your power's intact. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power." Your text is your power, use it right. Practically, this is precision. She's quiet. Good run today, your turn. Done. She's cold. Life's wild, hope yours is too. Out. Practice this. Next time she drifts, craft one. Been on fire, you good? Then drop it. The only text that works reattracts because it's stoic. Less words, more weight, results follow. There it is, brothers. 7 stoic keys to turn her fading interest into your unbreakable rise. This journey's not about clawing her back. It's about forging a man she can't ignore, a king who thrives whether she stays or drifts. From decoding her loss to wielding that one text, you've got the tools to flip her silence into your strength, rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, titans who mastered chaos with calm. If this lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe now, join this stoic tribe of warriors standing tall. Like it if it sparked your soul, share it with every man ready to ditch the chase and claim his power. Your brother, your friend, the guy lost in her shadow. We're building a brotherhood here, stoic, fierce, unshaken. Comment your win below, let's rise together, kings.